Hi, I'm Kimberly, and I'll be refuting the removal of the Electoral College. So our opponents stated that the Electoral College is a flawed system and should be eliminated. But actually getting rid of the Electoral College would be a long and difficult process. According to an article called Electoral College, Keep It or Junk It, completely abolishing the Electoral College and starting over would not be a wise decision because in the next election, a bigger problem could occur because of first-time flaws of any new system put in place. So coming up with a new system, it could be good, but then there could be flaws that people wouldn't be used to and they wouldn't know how to react to them. Also, in an article called What is the Electoral College, or how does it work? Getting rid of the Electoral College and electing the president by the popular vote would require a constitutional amendment. Passing an amendment is a long and difficult process, and it would take the support of the major political parties who actually benefit from the winner-take-all system of the electoral vote. So they wouldn't really want to come up with a new amendment for a new system. Our opponents also stated that this electoral college system creates problems that violate the freedom of the American people. When actually, according to the same article, Electoral College, Keep It or Junk It, our founding fathers rightly gave us these checks and balances to preserve our individual constitutional rights and freedoms. So it's actually, because it is part of the Constitution, it is benefiting our right as Americans. The Electoral College can also help catch voter fraud. In an article called The Benefits of the Electoral College, Richard Nixon lost Illinois in 1960 by some 9,000 votes stolen in Chicago by Mayor Richard J. Daley, according to critics. And in 2000, Al Gore lost Florida and the election in the infamous Chad scandal, which a Republican nominated U.S. Supreme Court adjudicated. In both instances, the charges of voter fraud affected only the vote count in those states and not the nation. Under direct popular election, which our opponents are for, they would have affected the national vote count and triggered calls for nationwide vote recounts. So it would have taken more time and made the process even longer. Our opponents also said that it creates problems in certain states when actually an increase or decrease in population does not affect electoral votes or popularity votes. According to contemporary perspectives, the Electoral College and the development of American democracy, the Constitution's federal features promotes the common good because smaller states have as much a right to protect their interests against national majorities as large states have a right to their greater influence in electing the president. So smaller states just have just as equal rights as bigger states. Neither numerical minorities nor majorities have an absolute right either to protect their interests or to rule. These so-called bigger states, there's 12 of them, and those states, Virginia, New Jersey, North Carolina, Georgia, Michigan, Ohio, Illinois, Pennsylvania, Florida, New York, Texas, and California, constitute only 26% of America's 50 states. So that leaves 74% for the smaller states. So it's not unfair for them when it comes to voting for who they want as a presidential candidate. And the Electoral College actually strengthens the popular election of the president. According to Glenn Gary, now take away the Electoral College and with it the constitutional requirement of a majority of Electoral College votes, and replace it with a new constitutional requirement of whoever gets the most popular votes nationally. Immediately, anyone with a significant numerical following has an incentive to run. The governors of large states are automatic candidates, as are movie stars, rock musicians, and ethnic leaders. The more candidates who run, the more the popular vote will be divided. And the lower the number and percentage of votes needed to win will become. So the system of popular votes wouldn't really be beneficial for voting for a president for America. Thank you.